Right, Shalom, shalom. Like to say all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to brothers, teachers, and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, I'm back once again. Camped down this place, Babylon the Great. For the Negro, Latino, and the Native Americans, we are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speak of. Okay, even though the majority of the people of this land do not believe it, this is why they get ready to see the war happen over there in Israel, because the correct people are not over there ruling. All right. As I said before, descendants of the slave trade, the North Atlantic slave trades are the true Israelites. Okay. In the Southern Kingdom that was over here as Native Americans in the land of Babylon the Great, which was called Asaroth, all right, which is North America, from Canada all the way down to South America, all right, was a place that a man never dwelt before, okay, until 10 tribes, which is the Northern Kingdom, left underneath the rulership of King Shalmaneser, all right, and they came to this side of the world, all right. You can find that in the second Ezra, 13th chapter. But going into it, DJ Trump, okay, got hit with the 34 guilty charges, and that's going to be a big marker in time for what's about to go on here in Babylon the Great. All right. Like I said, the Lord always puts his prophets out to speak before the downfall of the kingdom. And this is what people are getting ready to see here in Babylon the Great. This is the last time that it could possibly be like this in America. I mean, free will to walk around, no violence, so on and so forth, right? But in these days of perils, that's what's coming up, right? All manner of calamities are about to fall this place, right? So I'm gonna read a couple of scriptures and get into it, but then just keep in mind, you know, this is the downfall of the nation of Edom, all right, which are so-called white people, which they're not white, they're red, all right. They are the nation of Edom, descending from Esau. Okay, let me get this. It's Isaiah 47. 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, or daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Right? So here, Babylon the Great, due to them poking and prodding in everybody else's business, all right? It's about to be a major upheaval in the UN and the EU, all right? And it's all pursued to, you know, them hooking up with the JOOs over there, Israel, okay? And being a guard onto those people, even though they commit major genocide, right? It's an unknown force Hamas, right? And they can keep it going underneath that narrative for as long as they want, just so they can do the land grabbing thing over there. Just keep it going, right, to that whole area where those Palestinians were at. It's cleared out, and so they can make their resorts, their oil refineries, and their ports. You know, so they don't have to deal with the side of the Arabs, okay, coming through what's that? The Gulf of Suez over there, all right? So they want to cut them people out the picture altogether. So the Christians here in America, what they don't know is if the real people were over there in that land, there would be no wars. That's every Christian that goes to church in America. They shouldn't be supporting those people over there, the JOOs, because it speaks of them being the devil that the Bible speaks. So says, take the millstone and grind mill and cover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. Right? And that's what the Lord's getting ready to do. Now, his vengeance is not going to be uh, him straight out the gate, but it's going to be a series of downfalls for the nation of Edom. All right, coming into play that shows you that his hand is at work. All right, first one up is that situation that's happening over there in the Levant region. All right, and then another one is, the 34 guilty verdicts that was handed out over here to DJ Trump. Okay, so we getting ready to see some real sparks fly from these happenings that's going on. All right, when you go to let's just go to Isaiah 9 and 2, right? Because what's happening with that is the media is pitting, Egyptian against Egyptian, and rightfully so. Okay, it was the agenda from the beginning. Okay, with the plebeian and patrician governmental rule. All right, Democrat and Republic. Okay, so since that's going on, now they can drive a wedge in between the nations, right? And we know that elites that never let uh, a good catastrophe go to waste, right? So in that catastrophe is this this guilty verdict, all right? That's one of the catastrophes they can ramp up for order at KO, and it's going to happen. And it says thus in the scriptures, okay, in Isaiah 19 and 2, all right? Let me read from 1. Isaiah 19 and 1, it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. It shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. The heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Right? And when it's referred to Egypt, it just means a place of slavery. Okay? A house of bondage. Okay? That's what the word Egypt goes into, right? House of bondage. And are we not in slavery here? We talk about people on the sun, Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, because that's who the story pertaining to of the scriptures. all right? No one else. So since we're in slavery here, you know, a whole litany of scriptures describing where the children of Israel would be onto this day, we pull from the scriptures and solidifying the word Egypt. Okay, then you would know that it's talking about here Babylon the Great, right? So this is what this is talking about here in Isaiah 19, and I can prove it. Okay? Verse 2, it says, "And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. They shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." Right? Now I'm reading in the NLT. It says, "I will make the Egyptian fight against Egyptian, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, province against province." Okay? And that's what we're getting ready to see, because that's why they made that movie Civil War, right? And they're telling the people blatantly in their face, if nobody's making a move, this is the dumbest country in the world. Okay? There's all type of news bulletins going out through media. Okay? Whether it be the news itself, whether it be movies, all right? But nobody's the wiser. They can't see because they don't have spiritual eyes. Their third eye is closed. You got these people that come over here trying to make tons of money. The economy's failing. It's out the window. Okay? What do you think the lineup of the CBDC is? All right? That's your freedoms. Put the in with the CBDC currency that's coming. All right? And when that currency get implemented, you won't be able to go anywhere or do anything unless the government tells you it's okay. Okay? Can't even get goddamn it gas to go nowhere. It will be no cars, man. That's number one. Everything's going to be shared ride through the government. Okay? You watch and see, man. You watch and see. That's why the prophets of the Lord are out there, man. Trying to warn out people first and foremost. Verse 3, it says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have a familiar spirit, and to the wizards." All right. First time when Donald Trump got elected, where did he go to? He went to the Angelicals. Okay, these people have no powers, but what they are, they put enchantments on people. They cast spells. Okay, they have seances in the White House. All right. You keep on thinking this place is tried and true and do if you want to, they're gonna kill you along with me. Okay. I already know they don't like me, but hey, guess who else they don't like? They don't even like their own citizens. Poisoning up water, food, all right, taxing you to fucking death, and you want to be an American. Okay. It's over for this place. All right. I'm going to read it in the NLT, verse 3. Again, the Egyptians will lose heart, right? And I will confuse the plans. They will plead with the idols, their idols, for wisdom, and call on spirits, mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. Don't you see that now? Every place you look, you got terrified beings here. You got people that stand next height. All right? That's all witchcraft, right? And the government used that. I remember I read a story with Hillary Clinton in it. She said she uses witchcraft, okay, to make her plans up for the day and going forward into the future. All right. So this government is not tried and true like people think it is. And this is what's going to get this place destroyed ultimately. All right. Because the Lord already knows, right, what his decree was. He's against witchcraft. He says it vehemently. All witches are to die. Okay. And that's what's going over there in freak world, Hollywood. Nothing but Satanism over there. Okay. They have this thing over there called sex magic. Men are to get raped, little boys are to get raped, and girls are to get the pass around. Okay. If you want to make it big in the industry and any type of entertainment industry, that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to have your booty hole played with, okay? And you're going to get passed around. Okay, if you don't believe me, that's what Harvey Weinstein's in jail for right now. Okay, the Pussycat Dolls was that's not a name. They was passed around the whole music industry like toys. Okay, and that's why they fucking nuts like they are right now. Beyonce too. That's coming up. That's not hard work that got them to that level. It's sluttinism that got them to that level. Okay, and the men too. They get poked in the booty too. Kevin Hart, Terry Crews, all these Negroes that you see in the entertainment industry. Look, white people don't like us like that, man. Why would they give a whole bunch of money to you? Because they didn't have their way with you and ruined your life. That's why. Verse 4, it says, the Egyptian will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. The water shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. Right? And we see that. We see that in, what was that? The water table ran low in a couple of places. You know, Nevada, roads, and other places. Mississippi. A lot of things going on here, man, but nobody's paying attention. But the scriptures is telling you how it's going down, how it's about to end. Okay? And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of the fence shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. Okay? So no more fisheries, no more in and out of ports. What do you think them goddamn bridges for? Okay? And people think when that shit happens, it's going to be overnight, that it's going to be a shortage of things. No. It takes a year and a half for you to realize what happened a year and a half ago is going to affect you in that very same year. Okay? So it's a ripple effect. Okay? Got all these businesses down here closing up and shit. And this place is going to be a goddamn ghost town after a while. And when that happens, you better not bring your ass down here. Because it ain't going to be nothing down here but the bad men. All right? Wait, too many instances happening right now in other places. California, you can't even go out with goddamn gold swinging on your neck. Go to dinner, they robbing the restaurant while you eat. It's coming. Unbeknownst to the people here. But getting back to, I'm jump down. Let's see. Verse 14, Isaiah 19 and 14, it says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Right? What are the things that the Lord said should not go forth? Usury. What do you think a bank is? A bank is usury. All right. You take a loan from them, they want interest on it. They're not supposed to want interest on a loan. You're just supposed to be able to pay them back what was given to you. So usury is at hand here, making this place wicked. Another thing that's been put forth here is Moism. Okay, the alphabet people running wild. That's the thing that was said never to be let forth again. And what is America doing? Letting it forth. There's no way that nobody on God's green earth should be able to say that this place ain't the seat of Satan. This place is wicked as all hell. And it started with the so-called white man putting his feet on this place. Goddamn devils. It says in verse 15, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And that's coming, right? Because more of this AI thing gets ramped up, right? They're going to delete people from working, right? See the little kiosk and shit that you go inside the self-checkout places. Okay, that's fine. They got whole burger places in certain parts of the country. Let's say McDonald's I seen one of the McDonald's, and I think that one's in Texas somewhere. But it's robots in there working the whole establishment, flipping burgers, doing fries, serving up orders, and taking orders. Okay, half of the computer tech industry been taken over by AI. They don't need man to do it no more. All right. Guess what else is coming? If Terrence Howard has it his way, which he thinks he's doing something to help the world, okay? But cranes and everything like that will be obsolete. Everything will be controlled by AI, okay? All the bombing raids that's going on over there in Israel right now is did by who? By AI. So this world is changing. They don't mean to have us doing anything. This is where they come up with the universal basic income, okay? And that's like worldwide welfare, okay? With CBC, DC credits, okay? Crypto credits. And that's going to be issued to you on the RFID microchip, all right? Let that be known. But more people than a little bit here in America, they know this. They don't know anything, right? But there is going to be a civil war. And when all hell breaks loose in this place, man, and it's Britain, it's going to be a sight to see. This is why the Lord tells you to repent now, right? The people on this side, Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, repent. Okay? We're in a terrible time right now, man. Niggas trying to run and catch the bag where the bag is going to catch you, and it's going to do something awful to you. Okay? Let me get that. Because I ain't worried about paper money no more. Paper money is a thing of the past. It's not even legit. It's nothing. Okay? Real money is gold and silver and land. That's real money. Okay? And if you don't believe me on that, look at Bill Gates. He's going around buying up all the farmland he can buy. Why? Because the new farm is going to be a laboratory on those farmlands. There's going to be scientists in there with little beakers and shit making chickens for you. Not letting the chicken be born, but making it in a petri dish. Okay? All this is coming, man.
Cheerios and
This is Ephesians 5 and 16. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. I'm going to go one up. Salaki. Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Right? How do you do that? Oh, you study day in, day out. You know, it says meditate on the scriptures. Okay? And that's what you're supposed to be doing, man. Because this is the only thing that's going to save you in these days, man. It's not going to let you be deceived, right? It's the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay? That's what's going to help you out in the time of the infodemic that's getting ready to be set forth. And it's a real thing, man. This is no fake thing, you know. Bill Gates already created a newscasters of the futures, and they're all going to be AI generated. All right, but the devil already said he wants AI to turn lies into truth, and you know how that works. The more it's being said on different faces and different networks, then it must be real. You see, and that's how it works. All right. So they're dead set about confusing the people to the means of them not even knowing what's going on around them. That's why you're going to have the spirit of Yahweh Shai on you to be able to discern what is coming and what is happening around you at all times. All right. That's how you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right. And you see what evil is about to hit. Right. About to be pestilences, famines. Okay. You name it, it's going to happen. Right. I can get in the second address 15 and 16. Not just yet, you know. And people still walking around thinking that America is the truth, man. This place crazy. I was laughing because one of the people that was passing by, all right, was dressed like Ben Franklin. But it is no help for this place. Right? And when Donald Trump get put in jail or he's told that he can't run for president, this place is going to bust loose. Going to be over here. Okay? You're going to have all manner of chaos between fractions. It's going to be like a goddamn movie. And I can't wait. Right? But getting back to here, let me go back to with Isaiah 47, read down some more. I'll come off of it again. I think I was at I was at 4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Right? Our Redeemer, whose name is the Lord of Heaven's army, is the Holy One of Israel, which his name is Yahweh. Okay? That's who our Redeemer is. Through the Son, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Shai is going to come and redeem us, but the promise was given forth by Yahweh. Okay? It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, which is referring to America, right? And the Chaldeans were wicked people, man. All right. They believed in witchcraft and idols and so on and so forth, man. All manner of wickedness. That's why they wrote that there. Because so do Americans. The people of Babylon the Great, they believe in the same shit. Right? But that's why the Lord put us here, right? So that we can be subjected to the wickedness of wicked. So we'll know what righteousness is, ultimately. But these people have no idea, and they don't plan on knowing. This is why they must burn in the fire, right? And then go into slavery. Okay, these heathen nations, especially the so-called white men, all right? They're going to be in servitude, right? But there shall no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, right? Because the horse sitting on the dragon, red dragon, right? And that's the EU, NATO, all right? And she rides the red beast, as the scriptures say, all right? That's why it says she will no more be called the Lady of Kingdom. When you go to Jeremiah 50, 51, people are going to get down bad on this place, man, on this whore. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance, meaning the children of Israel, nobody else, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Right? They say we was laid out of slavery, but we're still in servitude. Okay. And it even says in the scriptures that slavery was a grievous wound to us. Why? Because they never, not corrected, but they never, re- what's the word? Not repaid us, or replenished us, so to speak. Okay, they didn't show us back to our land. They didn't give us any thing to take out of here. Okay, they just left us decimated in this land. It gets worse and worse every day. Okay, so now you got sexy red going to elementary school, showing your little daughter in the fifth grade how to twerk. Okay, a grievous wound it's not being healed, it's not being nullified. Okay, it's not being touched upon, it's not being corrected, and it's the people here, right? Babylon the Great, all right? Oh, what a country. But not for the people on the side, Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans. We're the ones that need healing. We're the ones that need deliverance from the oncoming onslaught, all right? Us, no else, all right? Thou says, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Yeah, so I'm gonna read that in NLT because the consequences are on its way, right? And one of the consequences is what? Being blown to smithereens, okay? But before that time, this place is going to be ripped to shreds. It said in Isaiah 47:7 NLT, it says, you said, I will reign forever as queen of the world. You did not reflect on your actions or think about the consequences. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Right? And that's about to happen on a major level, right? Major level. Right? And if you don't believe me, all you got to do is go here, right? Go to it's in my head. Ezekiel 9:6. Ezekiel 9:6. Ezekiel 9. And in the heading it says the vision of slaughter, the slaughter of idolaters. Okay? And you go down, Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, okay, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sighed and that cried for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof, right? And it's not the mark of the beast, but it's this mark, right? The Kawa, okay? It said the desire mark, a mark as a sign of redemption from judgment, right? So certain men are going to get that on them, the mark of exemption. Okay, that sigh and that cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sighing and crying about the abominations that's going on here, right? You notice that the people over there in the fake place, not the fake place, but the homeland, which are the fake identity stealers, you know, small hatters, they're not doing this. Okay, they never have did this, right? It says, and to the others he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Right? Reading in the NLT, going on. It says, then I heard the Lord say to the other man, follow him through the city and kill everyone whose forehead is not marked. Show no, have no pity. Kill them all, old and young, girls and women, and little children, but do not touch any one with the mark, beginning right here at the temple. So they begin by killing the 70 leaders, right? This means completion, right? So going back to where I was at in 47, right? Like I said, she is going to be the widow of children, right? Like the scriptures say. Verse 9 says, but these two, in Isaiah 47, it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, like I just read, right? Ezekiel 9. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorcery and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. Right? And that TV, man, that tell live vision, right? It's casting big enchantments on people, man. Okay, what do you think that show American Idol is about? Right? When you watch that, proceeding up to that person being picked, you got droves of people out there thinking they can make it by going on an audition. Okay, thinking they're going to become the next superstar talent. All right, idol, somebody to be a household name, worship. Okay, that pride is high, man, and the Lord hates people with pride. He gonna take you out. You know. Let me find in the on this real quick. It's Isaiah 14 and 11. But this is talking about uh, this very same time. Isaiah 14 and 11. It says, the pump is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the bowels, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms covered thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken thy nation, the nations? But thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars, above God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Right? Like I said, heard me when I said that what was going to happen in Ezekiel 9 was going to make that statement in Isaiah 47 a true statement. I'm reading some more on it right here in Isaiah 14. Okay? It says, uh, In verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Meaning the lightnings, right? Meaning just like they have illuminated, Illuminati, right? They're the so-called Illuminati on this side, but we're the real illuminated, right? The children of Israel, right? But it's talking about that's what that word Lucifer, son of the morning, goes into, right? What their rule is done, right? Their enlightenment is finished and it's proven, right? I'll get a scripture on that as soon as I finish. Tighten this up right here. Tighten this up. It says, son of the morning, how thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, right? So nation of Edom weakened the nation by what? By witchcraft, by philosophies, and by straight terror from the military, the Air Force to be exact, okay? Bombing everything, all right? In verse 13 again, it says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars, O God, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, right? And they do sit on the people here, on all people, including UN and the EU, right? From the north, see the Satan is hit, okay? And Babylon the Great, all right? And he ascended up to heaven in the so-called space station that he got floating up there around the stratosphere, okay? So, with all that being said, the Lord hates pride. He's going to bring this endemic. And it's pinpointed, okay? Because we're in the time that we're starting to see who is the wicked upon the earth, man. If you didn't know, the scriptures also say that the man of perdition was going to be rebuilt, right? Rightfully so. It's hit. The day is hit. Verse 14 says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Definitely that. Okay. He has achieved these false pseudo ways that'll make you think that he's above the Most High, but he's not. Right? Great uh, babies and fake uterus. All right. Changing people's genders, mucking around with the food to the point of it's not giving nutritional value to you. Okay. Raising heart attacks, cancer rates, playing with the medicines of the earth, right? Not giving you the true medicine, which is herbs by themselves. But when the Rothschilds got into the business of making pharmaceuticals, they started putting oils with it. Certain oils could kill your body, man. Okay, just like with the juice. All right, that juice has a certain oil in it. I believe it was called Mariner's oil, something like that. But it affects joints. Okay, makes joints swollen. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, if that. I can't remember. I know it begins with an M. I want to say Mariner's oil. That's what I want to say. But that was added into that toxic concoction and given about. And now people are losing fluid movement, so to speak. Okay. Verse 15 says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Okay. To death. Okay. To the grave. That is exactly what's happening, man. Okay. They that see shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? And how did he shake kingdoms? Okay, like I said, military was one way. All right, bombing of Japan. Okay, Hiroshima, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Okay, with them two bombs, that man and little boy. Right, cause these nations to tremble, to have terror. All right, but it's all coming back to him now, because now the nuclear missiles are being passed out like fucking candies by Vlad. Okay, he handing them things out, man. And he's fulfilling prophecy. That's why the scriptures say, if anything, stay occupied in prophecy, right? Know who the people are to sign are, all right? 12 chart sign, with a 12 tribe sign chart. You have to, know that, know how to get back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in these days, which is through repentance, okay, for our people, right? Know what the new covenant is, right? Know why certain calamities will befall us, because we underneath the curses, as it states, That's our job. That's for us to know. That's what we have to know. Okay? Because it's going to help clear our heads and believe on the one and true and living power, which is Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. Okay?
No, no, ya está bien.
Yeah. Okay. See, the infrastructure of Babylon the Great was horrible. Okay, this place is out of here. Old people can't even walk down the street without tripping. Why? Because these people, all these politicians do is steal money all day long. Everything's at a grade F around here. Everything. The buildings, fucking bridges, airplanes, trains. Everything's out of order around here. And that just shows you what type of kingdom we're living in, man. This place is dilapidated. Okay? There's people that's from other lands, let's say Japan or China or something, like they say this place is a third world country now. It is. The third world country. It's like the oldest place in the world now. Babylon the Great is. Buildings falling apart, ancient architecture, so to speak. The last place on earth like this, man. Because this place reminds the so-called Edomite of Petra. Okay, look at all the stone buildings. Wherever you go in the other parts of the world or whatever, they don't have structures like this, man. Neither do they have this Edomite architecture at the top of buildings. Okay, like Baphomet. I see Baphomet on the top of this building right here. That's a goat head. Okay, never even noticed, but Yeah, man, this place is definitely what it says it is in the Bible, right? Fit for fire. Verse 17, it says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of the prisoners, right? And that goes for, you know, only the people on the chart, right? There's more Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in jail than any other nations on the face of the planet. And it's no wonder because they know that we are the biblical Israelites, man. And we're underneath that curse, all right?
Ah, okay.
Family. Going back. So, verse 18, it says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, even one in his own house. All right. It says, but thou art cast out of the grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Right? And that's Esau Edom. He's going down to the pit, right? And that's why we out here on the highway and the byway, so we don't have to suffer along with this devil and its death. Okay? And this death, we want to escape this by being beamed up into the chariots, man. All right. We don't want to die this death with Esau, these heathen nations, man. And 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of our people want to be put in that ground with Esau, Edom, on that very same day, and not the ground would just burn to ashes, man. Okay.
Yeah. Malachi 41. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave neither root nor branch.
Yeah. So this man is not going to be found nowhere in that day. Okay. It's going. This place is going to utterly burn. You know what I never noticed, bro? See Boston man up there? I never even noticed that. I looked up. I was like, Boston man on the architecture here, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
This place reminds them of Petra.
right.
You know,
The pillars.
the pillars and everything like that. But this, like I was telling, on live, this is the oldest place in the world now. America. America is the oldest kingdom in the world. The youngest kingdom, but it looks the oldest.
All the kingdoms put it together into one conglomerate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay. Of every other kingdom that's come before. The Romans, the Babylonians, the Medes, everything.
Yeah.
They all adopted some form of way. Uh,
I put the witchcraft here.
Yeah.
Yeah, witchcraft here.
yeah,
Okay. It's not when you go over to places like Japan, China, Russia, it's like far more modern advances. You know what I'm saying? Streets are paved the right way, they smooth. The goddamn Tobin Bridge is getting ready to fall, man. Any day now. Okay? And you think these devils are racing to try to no, we gotta send the money over to some other land, try to fucking blow up some shit. And it's not working. Okay? And one more thing, if they keep on fuddling with that fucking situation over there in Ukraine, man, we definitely gonna have a epic proportion to World War III going on, man. Okay, and they're trying to make it happen, man, steadily. You know, that's what's going to bring on the onslaught, like his brother said with Malachi 4:1. You know, that's what's going to bring that onslaught here, man. Okay? These people throw rocks and hide their fucking hands too much. What the hell is Biden talking about? We getting ready to put boots down on the ground in Ukraine.
Mm.
If you do that, that's a thing to war. That's a declaration of war. With who? The EU and NATO against Russia. Russia. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Can't do that. And then these people over there in France talking about we need to shoot armaments from Poland to the inside of Russia. How is that going to work? Can't do that. But see, this is who the Esau Edom is. They're treaty breakers. You see, anytime when you deal with the nation of Edom, this is what's going to happen. A treaty is going to get broken, and it's going to be devastation. Okay, moment a missile hits them from NATO countries, right? That's World War III. That's Putin can let go of anything. Then he won't be charged with war crimes or anything. He didn't break the treaty. They threw the first punch. So Ukraine is in his backyard. So we're not even a part of you. You know?
Well, as a matter of fact, there was a treaty called it was the Treaty of damn, it was Treaty of it was a treaty basically after the fall of the Soviet Union that the United Nations wouldn't move an inch closer to Russia's borders.
Yeah.
So with Ukraine, they violated that treaty. No, think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Minsk agreements. I gotta look that up. So that goes to show you how Esau does the whole world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he designs a game, and when you start winning at that game, he breaks it.
Yeah.
To him, it's nothing. That's what the scriptures talk about him, and it says that his words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Yeah.
Because he's a conniving damn little snake. So-called white man's a conniving snake. He's a demon. You know, he's the first lion. You know, going back to Cain, it's the same spirit rolling around, man.
I got you.
Go on.
It's Psalm 55:21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay? So this is when he gives you a break on something, best believe he's an Indian giver. All right? When you start winning, like the ghetto, let's say the ghetto, for instance, right? He seen that we was being plenteous there, everything was joyous there. Now what is he doing? He's coming his ass back over there. Now he's trying to gentrify everything and raise up prices. This man is unsettling. He don't know where the fuck he want to be. Only thing he knows is that he want to be in everybody's way and cause havoc and chaos. But the Lord is getting ready to put an end to this man, right? Okay? And any 2/3 Negroes that think that this man should be running them up on this earth freely with him. Okay? Death to them both, man.
Yeah, so real quick, I got here.
Yeah.
Minsk agreements. The Minsk agreements were a series of international agreements which sought to end the Donbass war fought between armed Russia separatist groups and armed forces of Ukraine, with Russia regular forces playing a central part. After a defeat at Lovaisk at the end of August 2014, Russia forced Ukraine to sign the first Minsk Protocol, or the Minsk I. It was drafted by the Trilateral Contact Group on Ukraine, consisting of Ukraine, Russia, and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, or OSCE, with mediation by the leaders of France and Germany in the so-called Normandy format. After extensive talks in Minsk, Belarus, the agreement was signed on 5th September 2014 by representatives of the Trilateral Contact Group and without recognition of their status by the then leaders of the self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic and Luhansk People's Republic. This agreement followed multiple previous attempts to stop the fighting in the region and aim to implement an immediate ceasefire. So this is where all this is like the base of if anybody understands anything about the Ukraine conflict, this is how it starts. It starts out in 2014 and always America and the CIA, starting up a coup, which they overthrew the selected Ukrainian president that was selected democratically. All right, and they started because Ukraine, there's a lot of racists in Ukraine, or Nazis, neo-Nazis. Yeah, there's a guy named by the Stepan Bandera, which was a Nazi collaborator. All right, and that guy is worshipped over there in Ukraine by them neo-Nazis. Yeah, which we don't give a damn because they're all Edomites at the end of the day. All of them are Esau, right? So, but that's where it starts. So the U.S., America, they're trying to basically have a gun on Russia's temple. Yeah, by putting a military base in Ukraine, and they're fighting basically for Ukraine to be pro-America so that they can eventually join NATO. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, NATO shouldn't have even been. It shouldn't even. NATO shouldn't even been talking. Well, not talking, but they should have. NATO should have been dismantled, because if you go into why NATO was created, or the National Atlantic Treaty Organization, it was created as a response to Soviet Russia. Once the fall of the Soviet Union happened, NATO should have been dissolved. But Esau, being the snake that he is, he kept NATO as a strong grip, to have all the nations. That's what the scriptures say, that he gathered unto him all people. Let's wrap that. So this is how true the Bible is, man. A lot of people don't understand this. The Bible is so true, but it's the understanding of it. It's only given to a select few. That's it. And people that haven't been given this understanding look at the Bible as something fictitious, or like a storybook, or maybe like a something that is of a fantasy book, because they weren't given the understanding. But when the scriptures say that he heapeth unto himself all people, this is why it says that.
It's Habakkuk 2:5. Yeah, it says, "Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man." Right.
What's his wine? One is the philosophy, right? This is how he sells all these nations to come up with a treaty or a pact or this. Bend them to his will, basically. Yeah. Yep. So this is when we say the so-called white man, right? That's the general consensus, right? Because obviously it's not by the color of your skin, but we're trying to identify who the Edomites are, because those are the two main characters in the Bible, is Jacob and Esau. So when you identify who the Edomites are, you understand why the world is in the predicament. If you ever wondered yourself and be like, "Damn, why is this world so fucked up?" Yes, it was because the Heavenly Father ordained it, but also because the physical counterpart of Satan is doing its work. His job. So we have to identify who they are, right? And the way you identify a man is by his fruits. The scriptures say you shall know a man by his fruits, by what he does. That's the best description of a person. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Yeah, he wants everything. Yeah. Hell is the grave, going into Sheol in the Hebrew, which means grave. He wants everything, right? Go ahead.
It says, and it is as death and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah, there can always be somebody dead, man.
Yeah, that's why it's equating it to hell, because hell can never get filled. Because as long as bodies decompose,
exactly,
more bodies can
fit on the same damn hole. You can put a million bodies in the same damn hole; they'll all decompose. Yeah, they'll go back to earth.
That's it, right? It says, "End is as death and cannot be satisfied."
Yeah, he can't be satisfied, and that's why NATO keeps going on. Yeah. All this they call it friends, a friend or an ally, which Ukraine is an ally. It's not part of NATO, but yet they're able to fight a proxy war, which is a proxy is fighting a war against another country via another country. Yeah. Like
somebody in the middle.
Right, like somebody in the middle instigating a fight. Go ahead.
It says, "But satisfied cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people."
Yeah, heapeth unto him all people. All he's done that is by NATO, man. Yeah, primarily. And this is why the world is in the way that it is in the current state right now. Yeah. Because them devils, man, they have they pretty much are fighting for a grasp of power, man. Yeah. But we understand the scriptures. When the scriptures say that he setteth up kings and brings them down, that everything is for an appointed time.
Yeah.
This time right now is a time for the so-called white man to rule, right?
Yeah, I want to read this too. In Habakkuk, going up Habakkuk 2 and 15, it says, "Woe unto him that give his neighbor drink, that putteth the bottle to him, making him drunken, also that maketh mayors look on their nakedness." Now, when you go into that Ukraine thing, they read this guy up Zelensky so much that thinking that he can fucking win against the bad.
Yeah,
There's no way this man can win against the bad.
yeah.
Okay? The Nazis were defeated before by who? By the Russians.
Yeah, partly.
In part, yeah.
Most of the fight, a lot of the fighting,
The tank wars, yeah.
yeah, they were the Russian army in World War II was like the biggest army. I mean, if you speak land mass, Russia's one of the biggest countries in the planet.
Yeah.
And people wise,
Yeah.
Then you got China, you got India. So you're talking against, militarily speaking, against a country they're great at war. If you follow their history,
The military
they're
fight.
fucking warriors.
Yeah.
Man. They're great at war. That's what they do. Even Trump says this shit.
Hell
Trump
yeah.
said it. Like, you're going up against a country that, in their history, all they've done is fight. As a matter of fact, there was more Russian casualties than any other casualties in World War II.
Yeah.
Than any other casualties. They don't care.
You
They
can
just keep going and they'll die. They don't give a shit.
you can look up the Russian people to the Scythians. The Scythians came from the upper part of the European regions in the cold areas, and they were great warriors. Okay, so that's who you equate those men to, and they boosted Zelensky's ego to think that he was going to take care of them.
Now, don't take the Ukrainian army for granted though.
I know
They're like the second best, or no, I would say like the third best, or third or fourth. If you look it up, best military in the planet, the
Okay.
Ukrainian army, they are. So if you look at what Russia has been able to do in the period of what, 3 years, 2 to 3 years,
it's three
it
and a
took
half.
America 20 something years, and they still left with their boot
Yeah.
strapped, their pants strapped, Afghanistan, man,
Yeah,
and the Middle East.
Yeah.
They
they ran
So-
from those places.
yeah, exactly. So I would say they're doing what they're supposed to do, man.
Yeah.
For anybody that downplayed the Russian army, and we're not we
We don't have a dog in that fight.
right, and also it's not like we root for any of them. We root for prophecy.
Yeah.
And,
That's what we do.
prophecy is telling us according to Ezekiel the 37th chapter,
Yep.
that the Russians, that where the land of Magog and Gog is right now, was the ancient lands of Gog and Magog, is where the Russians are at right now. That there will be a shield and buckler, and they will lead this World War III.
Yeah.
Right, because we need World War III in order for the destruction of America. For a new heaven and new earth to come, America must be destroyed. This kingdom must be destroyed. There can be no traces of Esau's kingdom.
The Western world.
Yeah, of the way of thinking of this man. There could be no traces of it. All that ideology, which is the poison, needs to be completely wiped out, completely eradicated. And that's the only time that the world is going to see peace. That's the only time the world's going to see peace.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
We get that in Ezekiel 37. You want that? A little bit of
Yeah,
that?
we can bring that up. That's fine. We can bring that up.
This is the vision. It says in the head of the vision of the valley of dry bones. It said the hand of the Lord was upon
No,
me.
I'm sorry.
It's 38. 38. 38.
38. I was
Yeah.
brain.
Hey, bro, we read the scripture so much.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
So many. Yeah.
Ezekiel 38. It says the prophecy about Gog and the future invasion of Israel, right? And it says the word of the Lord came on to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, and Tubal, to prophesy against him. Okay, and say, Thus said the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog,
Which means beside thee or
with.
basically.
Yep.
Right.
I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? And that's what you're seeing, right? Because, like I said earlier, that Putin gave out these these missile defense systems. Like, can you? Okay. Any country that he went to, he handed them out. All right. He made agreements. He made deals with them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can carry this for me, and then I'll come along and I'll help you out in some type of way as soon as you need it. So what they do, they put their armaments in their countries with Russia's name on it, you know, and he taught them how to use it. So look, it's getting down to the nitty gritty now. Okay, this also goes along with what's the precept? Let us say that what's it say? Let us say that to the strong, the weak, let the weak say the strong. I think it's in there. It says Persian, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tergamor of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Right? And that's the onslaught that's coming with Putin. Okay? No doubt about it. And we see it lining up. This man then went all across South Africa. Okay? Interiors of Africa, he's there now. Okay? He's been everywhere that they said he was going to be in the scriptures. And these people have teamed up with him.
The Lord doesn't change, man. He did the same before, where he used the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Yep.
So he know different. He gonna use Esau against Esau.
That's right.
You know, he doesn't change. His MO is still the same, man. A lot of people, you know, they be like, oh, why y'all want America to use force? Well,
That we want it to be. That's written. Yeah.
as well. Why wouldn't you want America? That's the question.
Yeah.
America is such a cesspool of wickedness. But you know what it is? What it is that these people have been conditioned to this way of life that they know no other. It's like if you live in shit, you get so used to the smell of shit that if somebody asks you, yo, it smell like shit again, you'd be like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? Or even yourself, you have bad odor, you're always around bad odor. You don't smell it yourself because your nose is so conditioned to that bad odor. And that's what's going on with these people, man.
Yeah.
These people are so conditioned to a bad way of life.
Cesspool living.
Yeah, cesspool living in every way. Talking about the food, talking about the the philosophical beliefs,
Yep.
right? Where they impose, transgenderism and transformism and all kinds of shit, man, on that's not healthy at all or conducive to society, man.
Yeah.
So this nation needs to go. It needs to go, and everybody else models after. That's when in the Book of Revelations it talks about what's that scripture?
See the Satan.
No, I have brain fart.
I'm gonna read some more.
Read it now. I'm Lord willing that piece of
It says, verse 7.
yeah.
Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a God unto them.
Yeah.
After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Okay? You want me to read it in the NLT? It says, a long time from now, you will be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war, and after its people have returned from many lands to the mountain of Israel.
Yeah, that's a little later on.
That's going into the future. Yeah.
But the bottom line is that Russia is a key player in prophecy, man.
That's right.
And that's why ever since after World War II, and even before World War II, there was always this feud between America and Russia, between the bear, and the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went into the Soviet Union, the Cold War, which almost turned hot, but it wasn't time, right? Because you got the 1960s Cuban Missile Crisis, which a lot of Americans were shaking their pants.
Yeah, they thought it was time.
Yeah, this guy Fidel
Castro
allowed the Russians to set up a couple of nukes right there, like seconds away from Miami, man.
Yeah. The little golfers there, you know what I'm saying? and they can just shoot them right across from the little ball.
Yeah.
You know,
And what did, and that's a good example of the hypocrisy of America. What did I think who was John F. Kennedy was president during that time?
Yeah.
What did he say to the Cubans? He said, "You motherfuckers got 24 hours
to move this shit.
to move this shit, or we're putting boots on Cuba."
Yeah.
And they had to go. So same thing with Ukraine.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think Putin's gonna do if y'all go and install nukes right in Ukraine, which is border with Russia? What should he do? That's the right question. If you were a sensible person, knowing you've had this feud with this guy for a while, what should you do when you put, he put nukes right there?
Yeah. And even he said that in that
interview.
Interview. Yeah. He said that. He said, I've been giving calls to these people. These people won't talk to me.
Yeah.
They won't call me back.
Yeah.
He said, I think that they don't like me for
Well,
some reason. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, I'm trying to be friendly with them. I'm trying to give them technology.
He even asked to join NATO. Yeah. They said they denied him.
They denied him.
But again, that's perfect proof of what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's prophecy, man. The Most High don't want that collaboration. He don't want union there.
Yeah.
He wants dissension. He wants a fight to happen between Russia and the U.S.
He wants that destruction.
That's right. That's right. America will be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
That's why, because America will be destroyed.
And then on top of that, like I said, in 34 indictments, verdicts of guilty, going to set this place on fire by itself.
Yeah.
I read it earlier in Isaiah, the 19th chapter, verse 2. But hey, rightfully so, man. This has to happen, man. This place has to be ripped to shreds.
That's right.
Okay. And it's been done automatically. The words don't lie. Let me get that real quick. That's not it.
Was it
The Lord doesn't change.
Malachi 1 or 2 and 6?
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, 3 and 6. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Malachi 3 and 6.
Malachi 3 and 6, it says, For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Right? So the Lord is telling you, he's not lying about destroying this place. That's exactly what he's going to do. Right? But upon the destruction, he's going to demon us out of this place. That's one thing to bet on too.
Both with it, but
You gotta work the will.
Still,
Yeah. Work the will the right way. He in there.
not tight. I got that precept. I remember.
Go ahead,
So
bro.
Revelation 18 and 3. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxing rich through the abundance of her delicacy." And that's why America gotta go, because it's polluting the world, man. It's like a river. When you throw pollution in the river keeps flowing.
Yeah, they at the head of the river.
Yeah, they're
So anything they throw in that motherfucker, is dirtying up everything else.
Yeah, they're the ones that are causing the pollution in the world, man. America, everybody models after the philosophy here. Women live, gay rights, which is all abominations. We're wholeheartedly believers in the Bible, right? And gay rights is an abomination, man.
Yeah.
That right there is against the Bible. You can't say you're a God-fearing nation when you support homosexuality, man.
Or a Christian. You can't say that neither. That's exactly what you're saying. Because these Christians, they let those people up into their houses. Like their places of worship, let's say.
Yeah.
Even though it's pseudo and it's not supposed to be as such, but they let those people in willingly. And they don't have no type of discrepancy for them. They don't try to correct them. They just let them go on willy-nilly. And that's why the Lord's going, that's one of the reasons why the Lord's going to destroy this place. Okay? Just like when Abraham went to go save Lot out of the trouble. All right? And what did the Lord kept on telling them? You know, that he was going to save 50 men. Well, Lot. It was Lot.
Yeah. Oh, there's a precept too that
Yeah.
says that why that happened was
So it dwindled down to just him and his family. Okay? This is bad, man. And the world, the world would never know. Only a certain few men, like it says in Second Ezra. Okay, 8, the bottom part of 8. You got that?
that's that precept that said that Sodom and Gomorrah was an example for all those that live on God.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Go ahead, bro.
Cities. You find it first.
I'm trying to remember how it works.
That's
I mean, you guys,
I mean, if you listen, come in and you listen, you'll hear the talking. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I'm saying. You gotta listen. If you listen, then you know what the talking is.
only the beer.
We'll hear until the spirit allows, brother.
In the Jew,
Found it. 2 Peter 2:6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live on God. So what do you expect the Lord to do to America? What do you expect? What can you ask of the Lord?
and this is the Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Father. If he already admonished a whole 5 cities,
Yeah,
because of that, right? What do you think he's going to do to a whole
You think
nation,
he's happy
a
with
whole
this?
country?
Right. You think he's happy with this? Man, just say you don't believe in the Bible, man. If you agree with America not being destroyed, just say you don't believe in the Bible. What do you think? The Lord's happy with this shit? You know, the transformerism and the alphabet group,
Child,
yeah, pedophiles and shit.
pedos,
Exactly.
you know, pedos. These people need to be judged, man. A nation can't get right unless you get rid of these pedos.
Yeah,
And that's damn near the whole government.
yeah.
They all gotta go. You know, from the Congress to the judicial system. All them dudes harbor human trafficking, and all of them have been to those pizza parties, so to speak. You know, those pizza parties of what's where those kids be missing, man.
Yeah, Walmart. Go to your local Walmart.
Walmart. What's the other one? The one that you order offline. What's the name of that? And they named the furniture after the kids. Wayfair.
Oh, Wayfair.
Wayfair. That's another secret site where they use to order missing kids. Okay, naming a fucking address of Maria for $2,779. You see, is it really a dresser? I think not. You see,
And you know, people hear this now. Oh, that's conspiracy. Conspiracy.
okay. Well, we just gonna wait on it. We wait on it because we know what's happening over there in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah,
Hollywood is getting mixed up, man. Getting mashed up. Okay, we know what's going down over there. Even in the music industry now, this whole shit's about to crumble.
A lot of
Moism,
yeah,
Moism,
within the U.S. military as well. Man.
that too. Yeah,
Yeah, your mighty men, your Navy SEALs and all that to climb up the ladder, man. You know how you gotta get down
yeah.
with them, you know.
Oh yeah, the pink triangle. That's what they call it in the military. You know,
Yeah, you know how you gotta get down. I mean, it's Esau. This is
this
the
is his
same
way.
shit that they used to do back in when the Greeks, back when the Romans, they used to do the same shit.
And if you don't believe us, go watch that show, Rome.
Yeah.
You
There was
know,
a lot of freakism and shit, even within the military, man.
that's right. That's right.
You know,
Go ahead with the precept, bro.
on Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore, the law is slack, and judgment does never go forth. For the wicked does compass about the righteous, therefore run judgment proceeding.
That's right. Like I said, something got to be dealt with these people, man. And if this type of rulership continues to go forth, but goddamn, well, what are we expecting here? This is going to be an overrunment of all hell and all wickedness all day long, every day. It's just going to be like the norm, like it is right now, but 10 times worse. You know,
Adultery is normal.
exactly.
You can fuck somebody's wife, no problem, man.
Yeah.
And if you go to court with it, you ain't gonna get in trouble. You're just gonna get half of the woman's gonna get half of what the man if
Yep.
they were married. And if not, then they're gonna be like, oh, sorry, sir. Like, what can you know, none does that. But according to the scriptures, that woman's supposed to be put to death.
Done right away.
Yeah.
Right away. And then you have the what's the other one? The in some states, people running up to kids while you while they with their parents, trying to snatch the kids right out of the parents' hands. Okay, and then asking the kids, "Oh, do you want to go on a date with me?" What kind of weird shit is that? It doesn't make any sense. Can you imagine walking down the street with your son and some widow from out of the left comes to you and say, "Hey, I want to take your kid on a date."
Yeah, he'll probably he gonna take some of the big all right.
You see what I'm saying?
Face up his damn face.
When that's what's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But since this place lets these maps run around,
And that's another thing. Back then, there was more integrity within men. You couldn't just walk up to a man and act crazy. Because back then,
you'll get dealt with.
you have to fight, man.
Yeah, gonna get dealt with.
It's gonna be disrespectful here. We bring out the swords.
Yeah.
So but now America, all these men are pussified, man. Everybody's pussified. Everybody's all, act like little girls, man.
Yeah, and they talking about fighting a war.
Yeah.
A war is not going to proceed here, man. When the drafts get implemented here, there's a whole bunch of people walking up and down the street with Crocs, and I'm talking men of fighting age. Crocs, braids in their head, okay, lofty, like the dude that just came standing here. We seen him on the other side chugging a fucking vape, and now he's over here asking us what's the topic of the day. Yeah, this dude is so lofty. These are the people that you want to go and defend this place. It's not going to happen, man. And it says it in the scripture. Salaki, bro.
They just cannon part of it.
That's it. But they say the wayfaring man. Wanted to fight. I haven't brought this out in a minute. Called it's about men not wanting to fight here in America. It's called the Wayfaring Men.
But I think we saw men in the holding their lawn.
No, there were one. That's one, but the one that I'm talking about it says that the Wayfaring Man. Uh, this is the fight. This is the fight. Go ahead, read that one in the
Jeremiah 36, it says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turning to paleness.
yeah. And so that's what's going to happen, right? These men are not going to be to the test. They're going to be put to the test, and they're not going to move a muscle. Yeah. Hey man, they got the noses. You know, but these men are not gonna. They're not gonna go fight in this man's military. Right? They're not gonna make a move. And most of these chicks that get drafted in the military, they're gonna die over there.
That's right. Oh, that scripture that's saying um the woman rabbit and the husband.
Yeah, grab that. Let me see if I can find it. That wasn't it. Yeah, that wasn't it. Wasn't it?
Like that.
They're gonna learn, man. They're gonna learn.
When that 911 goes down, man, you know it's all anarchy out here. Them niggas that been locked up in them jail cells, see little things like that.
We ain't never gonna see it again.
This is a rap, man. But this is so far fetched, people, because the scriptures talk about America as a virgin daughter.
Yeah.
You know, so this is the reason why America seems untouchable.
Yeah.
You know, because the Lord has preserved it, so that when it does get touched, that's when it's gonna be a big thing, man. It's gonna be a big sighting, man. You know?
Yeah, because this is a place that doesn't go on.
Yeah.
In a mass amount like that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's gonna be mass amount.
Yeah,
the women here come out here naked.
Naked.
They come out here naked.
Yeah. That young girl must have been what, 13, 15?
Probably younger than that. She looked like 12.
Like 13, 15.
Yeah.
You know? But at that age, you know, she looks really developed, you know, and she's out here naked.
It's gonna be a halt to it. There's Isaiah 32:9. And then we finish up. It says, rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech.
Exactly. Right now, they can come out looking sexy, you know, because America's nice right now. America's good. They ain't never seen no problems here.
Days numbered.
You know, it's all in the place, because if they were dressing like that in some other crazy country, you know, they'll get taken, man.
Look at this team over here.
Huh?
Faithful. Can't see down there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the new norm.
It's bullshit.
No.
All right. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines. Yeah, when that day happens, they're gonna want the Lord to be around, but it ain't gonna be nothing. Okay, they're gonna want the protection of a man, but it ain't gonna be nothing.
Okay, all the men are gonna remember the way you treated them,
especially now.
Yeah,
like the brothers over there in LA, they were saying, you know, to talk to a chick, not even like you just for pulling up and talking to them. You owe them $40 for stopping them in their tracks. Nobody want to deal with that shit, man. Nobody. But you know, when them niggas come out of that jailhouse, they ain't got no money. And guess what's gonna happen? I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, they gonna they gonna run wild, man.
It's getting ready to be a sight to be seen out here. Let's just say women ravished, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got that. Now they deemed it rainbow month.
Oh, this month. Yeah, yeah. All this month.
Yeah.
All this.
Rainbow month.
Let's say see if I get the right one here. In Isaiah 13 and 16, I uh, start at 13. It's Isaiah 13 and 13. Therefore, when I shake the heavens and the earth shall remove out of her face in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger, right? It shall be as the chased roe and as a sheep that no man taketh up, that they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined on to them shall fall by the sword. Right? And that joined on to them don't have to literally mean that you're joined hand in hand on a level, physical level, but just being linked in the same type of wickedness as that person. That's joined hand to hand with them also. Yeah. You know? It says, and they should fall by the sword. So you ladies, if you think that, you know, your independence is supreme, you're over men, you know what I'm saying? You can gallivant and get that women shouldn't got abroad. What do you say? What? Women shouldn't got abroad. Women should gather? Should not get abroad. If you think that's a thing that you should be doing, especially in the time when the lights go out, I would think again. It says, everyone, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Right? And that's for the so-called white man. But remember, if you join hand in hand to this man through the process of how you think too, that's going to happen. Is that what you meant? Mm-hmm. Not that one. I get it. This is the same thing too. That's abroad. Yeah. Things that's going out. Ecclesiastes 25 and 25, it says, give the water no passes, neither wicked women liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh. You know? Yeah. And that's yeah, that's why I won't pay to fucking marry any broad in America. Because she can jump on any flight and go anywhere without you. Pack a little luggage up, dress how she want to dress when she get there. And she's not liberty to do what she will. Yeah. In this kingdom. Yeah, that's what the scriptures say. If they marry the unbelieving, Apostle Paul spoke of that. If the unbelieving husband feels good with the unbelieving wife, let them be. Basically, roughly paraphrase. You know, and it's to learn because in this time, especially this time, you know, the women have been given all the liberty by the so-called white. And it's not every woman that's going to be on that mindset to be respecting themselves and to respect you. Well, it's only few that's going to turn back. Yeah, I get it. Get it. Only a select few. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Exactly, let her go. Exactly. Yeah, if you don't, yeah. So this is the key thing. And these women have to learn this because in the scriptures it also tells us that a man should be a covering for a woman. Looking for. You know how it goes. Man shall be a covering. Yeah, yeah. That's the height of the place. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah, we get ready to wrap it up, but hey, no, these are the times that we're living in. This is the, things that you have to do or understand. You know what I'm saying? But
Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place,
Yep.
as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
this is the weary land, okay? That you're gonna need a man as a covering. If you don't have that by the time when all hell breaks loose, man, you're gonna be food out there. You know, as they say on the street, food. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get ate. So, with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Shalom.